Tom Monahan, founder of Domino's Pizza and owner of the Detroit Tigers, is one of the most successful men in America. But he'd be the first to tell you that he had no special gift or advantage that helped him achieve his success.
Well, I think if I had any success at all, anybody can, because I'm basically a very weak person, very lazy person, a very undisciplined person. I graduated last in my class in high school. In fact, I failed, but I talked them into changing their mind and passing me. I don't have a college education.
What Tom Monahan did have, however, was the desire to succeed and a plan to follow. He found the plan in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. In a few minutes, we'll discover exactly how Tom Monahan applied the step-by-step system in Think and Grow Rich to become one of the best-known success stories of the 1980s.
6, 5, 4, 3.
Nancy Foreman, lifestyles correspondent for the NBC Today Show, is another high achiever who says she owes a great deal of her success in the competitive world of network television to the motivation she received from Think and Grow Rich.
I grew up in a very small town in Nebraska. And even though I had big ideas then, it's very tough to turn your situation around without some help. So I needed a roadmap. And I really believe that that's what Napoleon Hill and his principles do. They provide a roadmap. And even though you might have some goals or you might have big ideas like I did, it's very hard to pull those together into a concrete plan to really change your life and turn yourself around. And he gives you specific principles to follow.
This man is a football legend. He threw for more yardage and more touchdowns than any player in history. Number 10, Fran Tarkenton. When Hall of Famer Fran Tarkenton retired from professional football, his success continued. He became an accomplished television personality, hosting such shows as Monday Night Football, and That's Incredible. He has also enjoyed tremendous success in business. He founded several successful companies, and he sits on the boards of many others, including Coca-Cola Enterprises. The lessons he learned on the playing field, he has carried over to the business arena. They are the same lessons available to you now in Think and Grow Rich.
Hi, I'm Fran Tarkenton. Today you're going to find out how one of the most inspiring step-by-step systems for success ever created, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, can be your roadmap to success. With advanced recording technology, we have put Napoleon Hill's step-by-step system into an all-new audio cassette program. If you want to make more money, Think and Grow Rich will show you how. If you want to start a business, improve your personal relationships, advance in your job, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich will get you started now. Who was Napoleon Hill? He was a remarkable man who was commissioned by Andrew Carnegie, the world's first billionaire, to interview and study the most successful men of his era. Men like Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Alexander Graham Bell. Hill's job was to discover the secrets all these men had in common that made them so successful. The result was Think and Grow Rich, a master plan for achievement that has influenced more people and created more millionaires than any program before or since. Now, I realize that's a pretty big claim, but I've seen it work over and over again. Just wait till you meet the men and women we visited who started with nothing more than a desire to be a winner. If you have a desire to succeed, and that's all you need right now, I promise you the next half hour will be a turning point in your life. Right now, let's take a closer look at Tom Monahan and the principles from Think and Grow Rich that helped him become one of the wealthiest men in the world. Tom Monahan grew up in a Detroit orphanage where his first mentor was a nun named Sister Berarda. At the age of 19, while he was in the Marine Corps, Tom Monahan discovered Think and Grow Rich, and life was never the same after that.
Well, I think Think and Grow Rich would be a great roadmap. It'd be a college education, I believe, for somebody that wanted to be successful. And it would apply to any field, any type of career.
Despite a lot of obstacles, Tom Monahan never gave up. He started with his first Domino store while he was still a college student. And now Domino's has grown to become the #1 pizza delivery company in the world, with over 5,000 stores and almost $2 billion in sales.
Think and Grow Rich has more substance in it than any self-help book I've ever read. There's more in one chapter than just about any other book I can think of, and it's so much more depth to it.
My name is Bill Guthey, and I'm the president of Cassette Productions Unlimited. Together with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, we're proud to present Fran Tarkington and Think and Grow Rich, one of the most effective systems for achieving wealth ever put together. How do I know? Because I used this system to start my company. When we began, about 10 years ago, we were producing 50 cassettes a day. And now we can produce 50,000 cassettes a day. Thanks to the plan laid out for me in Think and Grow Rich, we are one of the world's largest producers of audio cassettes. I sincerely believe that Think and Grow Rich can change your life in much the same way as it has changed mine.
Hello, my name's Ray Fulmer. During this half hour, you'll meet many fascinating men and women who are living proof that Think and Grow Rich has helped more people achieve their personal and financial goals than any other program in history. Now, thanks to the power and convenience of audio cassettes, you can benefit from this proven step-by-step system more quickly and more easily than ever before. First, you'll receive 8 audio cassettes containing the complete step-by-step system in Think and Grow Rich. You simply listen while going about your everyday business, driving, exercising, working around the house, and suddenly you find yourself understanding and applying these principles. And soon you're starting the 6 steps you'll want to take right now to turn your desires into money, to strengthen relationships, to advance your career. You'll see that it doesn't require hard work either, or higher education, or a lot of cash to succeed with this program. All you need is the desire. And Napoleon Hill shows you clearly and simply how to do the rest. In addition to the tapes, you'll receive an unabridged hardcover collector's edition of Think and Grow Rich, a success IQ indicator, a 72-page action guide, and an owner's manual. The cost for all of this, just $149.95. And when you order right now, we'll send you a fantastic audio action package worth $49.95, absolutely free. It's yours to keep even if you return Think and Grow Rich. This package will help you apply Napoleon Hill's step-by-step system right away. It includes 8 Think and Grow Rich business reports, like how to buy a going business with little or no cash, the 10 hottest business opportunities of the 1990s, winning strategies to advance your career, and 4 audio cassettes that expand on each of the 8 reports, plus this valuable calculator. Now, this is a $49.95 value, and it's yours free when you order now. Our customer service representatives are standing by, or you can send your check or money order payable directly to Think and Grow Rich to the address shown here. Remember, you have nothing to lose. If you're not really convinced that this is the most practical, effective step-by-step plan for personal and financial success that you've ever seen in your entire life, just send it back within 30 days and you'll receive a full refund. Let me repeat now. The $49.95 audio action package I just showed you, 8 reports, 4 audio cassettes, and the calculator is yours to keep, even if you return Think and Grow Rich. Now let's return to our program, where you'll hear how you can succeed against any odds imaginable, just like the people you'll be seeing here.
I still can't get over how Napoleon Hill took more than 20 years to research all the qualities that go into achieving success. But he did it, and frankly, I don't know of a better blueprint for success than Think and Grow Rich on audio cassettes. Just listen to a few of the thousands and thousands of people who have been helped and inspired by Napoleon Hill.
Well, I've always had a dream of being independent. This started back almost 10 years ago, and I didn't know how to go about it. And one day I read in a magazine an advertisement for Think and Grow Rich, and I decided to get the tapes. And this is how it all started for me. I listened to the tapes, and it helped me organize all the thoughts that I had about starting my own business, how to be independent.
Ed Caballero is quite a man. When he came to this country, he couldn't speak a word of English. Now, a decade later, Ed is a very successful businessman, a millionaire 10 times over.
The books, the tapes, they give you a plan, they give you confidence, they give you courage, and give you the skills to become a leader. And to start your own business and continue on with it, you have to be a leader. No one else is going to show you how to do it.
What made me buy it is that that particular package, or the book and the tapes, had created more millionaires than any other self-development, self-improvement course.
These tapes from Napoleon Hill have made a major influence in my life. I've seen it make a major influence in my family's life. They've been able to see the change. My family readily sees the change. They can't say, they don't know exactly what it is or what's come about. But I started turning them onto these tapes, and they listened to them, and everyone in my family has had a notable change. They've had a change in their monetary position. They've had a change in their attitude. And it's really rewarding, exciting to see.
I was a body and fender man up until about 1975, and earning a living, eking out a living basically. And I read the book Think and Grow Rich, and then it started changing my attitude, my thinking, and I could tell people, you know, I didn't get any taller, I didn't grow any more hair, I didn't get any better looking. The only thing that changed for Ray Ward was his thinking. People that feel that there's no way that they're going to be successful, people that feel that they are depressed and things are just too difficult to do and why bother with it, those are exactly the things that can be overcome with these tapes. Well, if Napoleon Hill was sitting here today in front of me, he'd be looking at one grateful guy. I really believe that if it hadn't been for Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, that I wouldn't be enjoying the success as I am today.
I think Ed Caballero and Ray Ward are terrific examples of the kind of people Napoleon Hill had in mind. They started with nothing but a desire. They followed Napoleon Hill's plan, and they achieved great success. Speaking of success, I want you to meet a personal friend of mine. His name is Scott DeGarmo, and he's the editor of Success Magazine. Here's how Scott feels about Think and Grow Rich.
This is powerful stuff. This is powerful writing. He had a way of putting together words that when you read them and when you hear them, they energize you, they inspire you, they lift you off the ground with their power and their meaning and their impact and their relevance. And they have a seemingly endless ability to regenerate and rejuvenate your thoughts and spark your creativity and bring fresh ideas to the surface. That's part of what you get out of them. You also get very clear, definite, practical ideas that you can put to use in business right today.
Now I want to introduce you to a woman who is a real inspiration. Nancy Foreman is seen by 6 million viewers every time she appears on the NBC Today Show. And she's traveled the world over as a broadcast journalist. She's a former Miss Nebraska and an author as well. But Nancy also had her share of difficulties in life. And at those times, Think and Grow Rich really came through for her.
When you really are frightened, terrified, you don't know what you're going to do. And you sort of throw up your hands and you say, what's going to happen to me? That's when I really I embraced this material. It gave me hope. It gave me a direction. It gave me something specific to do. Napoleon Hill helps you believe in yourself. It doesn't matter what your circumstances are. These principles cross every age, gender, geography, socioeconomic status. It doesn't matter.
Nancy is certainly a convincing believer in the power of the Think and Grow Rich audio cassette program. We asked her why she thought Think and Grow Rich was affecting more lives today than ever before.
I think the information is sound. It has stood the test of time. It works, for one thing. If it didn't work, it wouldn't be out there. People wouldn't return to the books and the tapes. It would be gone. So I think the fact that it's still there and it's still a #1 seller is a very good indication of the effectiveness of this program. Yes, I've read 100 probably self-help and self-improvement books. Napoleon Hill has principles that are organized in a very logical, understandable sequence. It's not overwhelming. It is something that anyone can grasp and relate to, and it works.
It's truly inspiring to hear the ways that people from many different backgrounds have found such success and happiness by following the step-by-step system in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. The key point to remember in listening to all these uplifting experiences is that these audiocassettes work. They work no matter how little money you have to start with. They work no matter what kinds of defeats you've suffered in the past. And they work no matter how little formal education you had, and regardless of your age. These 8 audiocassettes contain every single thought, plan, and principle in Think and Grow Rich. And by listening while going about your other activities, you're actually absorbing this system effortlessly. Without consciously realizing it, you're putting this program into practice. With your 8 audiocassettes, you'll also receive your hardcover collector's edition of Think and Grow Rich, a success IQ indicator, a 72-page action guide, and an owner's manual. Now, this complete Think and Grow Rich system is just $149.95. And when you order now, we'll also send you this $49.95 audio action package absolutely free, a complete series of 8 Think and Grow Rich business reports to help put these principles into practice immediately, including marketing and promotion strategies for small businesses, how to be a part-time entrepreneur, and how to start your own business. 4 audiocassettes that expand on each of these reports, and this handy calculator. So please call this toll-free number now, or you can send your check or money order payable to Think and Grow Rich to the address shown here. Now, I can't emphasize this strongly enough. We are absolutely certain you will find Think and Grow Rich to be a dramatic, life-changing plan, and it works faster than you can imagine. But if you don't agree, for any reason whatsoever, we urge you to return it within 30 days, and we'll promptly refund your purchase price while you keep the $49.95 audio action package. Please call now. Stay tuned. You're about to meet some extraordinary people who will inspire you in ways that may surprise you.
Tony Robbins has taken the country by storm with his futuristic approach to the science of personal achievement. At the age of 28, he is packing seminars across the nation and is sought after by all kinds of achievers, including Olympic athletes and corporate executives. Here's what he has to say about the power of the Think and Grow Rich audio cassettes.
Well, I think if you really study what Napoleon Hill taught, he talked about the power of autosuggestion. And what that autosuggestion requires in order for it to be effective, to literally reprogram your mind, is you need to be able to get it deep into the unconscious mind, the part of you that makes your heart beat 100,000 times a day without having to think about it. And what having the cassette tapes does is allow you to have the repetition over and over again. And these particular tapes, communicated with emotion, are able to impact your thinking, your emotions, and your behaviors long term. And I think that's invaluable.
Well, Tony Robbins certainly appreciates Think and Grow Rich audio cassettes. Now listen to 62-year-old Jackie Sambo. She opened her own bakery a few years ago and also found the cassettes to be tremendously helpful.
When I first discovered the audio tapes of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, I was just in ecstasy to think that I could be listening to the book and picking up more out of it each time. And to this day, each time I listen to the tapes, there's always some new thought in there.
Now I want to introduce you to a man who's an extremely powerful speaker. Formerly a business executive, Jack Boland now devotes himself to sharing his inspirational messages through the books and tapes he publishes from his headquarters in Detroit, Michigan. As a friend to Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, Og Mandino, and many others, Jack knows the impact that Think and Grow Rich can have on you and those you might share it with.
We have an incredible ability to help people, not just with what we say. We don't have to say very much. We can say, here, listen to these cassettes. Here they are, a gift to you. And if they will listen, they will hear the 17 success principles outlined in full detail. We don't have to be teachers to carry the message. We have them on audio cassette. Let's give the teaching to the people that we think are ready, and then listen and watch the changes that take place in their life. It's magic. Audio cassettes are magic. They're absolute magic. They change people's lives.
Right now, I want you to hear from another exceptional young man. He's only 28 years old, and in just a few short years, he has created one of the largest private real estate agencies in the country with over 1,200 agents in Southern California alone. Mike Glickman's company now handles literally billions of dollars in real estate and is still growing.
When I was 19, I was a dreamer, and I dreamed about all the big things I wanted to do in the business world while making just a normal income of like $800 to $1,200 a month. And I dreamed of just, being somebody big in the business community, having a big house, having a nice car, going on vacation, staying at first-class hotels. And I wanted all these things, and I heard about the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and I heard about the tapes that I could listen to in my car, and I picked up both. I picked up the book to read, and I picked up tapes I could listen to in my car, and I was amazed to hear that somebody had pretty much written a book and written tapes on a plan of how to make it in the business world and how to get from point A to point Z in a very fast period of time. It excited me. I put it to use, and I'm glad I did.
Napoleon Hill would have loved the story like Mike Glickman's. We asked Mike what he would recommend to someone who was considering buying Think and Grow Rich on audio cassettes.
Buy a self-help book and buy the tapes like Think and Grow Rich, and you will find that it will give you a perfect plan of how to make it in today's world, how to make it in the business. It'll even give you ideas on starting your own business.
Mike Glickman is a well-known success in California. And as far as I'm concerned, he's further proof that this program really works.
I think the investment in a series of audio cassettes is such a small thing compared to anything else that you buy in your life, and will probably make more difference in your life than anything else you may ever buy.
Isn't it worth a few bucks to go out and try this? The amount of money that it costs is just a night out in the town, really. And it's a very small investment. And I think that anybody who really wants to do something with their lives will find a way to buy the tapes.
I wish that Napoleon Hill was here right now. I would thank him with words that would come from the deepest places in my heart. But I would do more than that. I would say, come, look at my life. Napoleon Hill, come and look at what you have achieved. Look at this facility. Look at what is here. And not only look at what is here, but let me tell you 100 stories. No, let me tell you 1,000 stories of people's lives who've been changed. And I want you to know how grateful I am.
During the last half hour, you've had a chance to meet people whose lives and careers have been revolutionized by Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich. The only thing standing between you and the success you've seen here today is your telephone. By calling right away, you can take that first important step towards financial independence, toward a level of personal and family fulfillment you may only have dreamed about. Right now, you might be asking yourself, can I really do it? The answer is, of course you can, but you must make the first move. If you're tired of sitting around hoping for something to happen to you to make your life better, stop waiting. Call now and you'll receive all 8 Think and Grow Rich audio cassettes that you can listen to at your leisure. Cassettes that have the power to change your life for the better. You'll also receive this hardcover collector's edition of Think and Grow Rich, this 72-page action guide, this success IQ indicator, and this owner's manual. The complete Think and Grow Rich system you see here is just $149.95. Isn't yours and your family's future worth it? And when you order now, we'll send you absolutely free this $49.95 audio action package. 8 Think and Grow Rich business reports, including how to gain control of your finances, winning strategies to advance your career, and how to choose the right franchise opportunity, plus 4 audio cassettes and this calculator. Please call this toll-free number now. Our customer service representatives are waiting to hear from you. Or you can send your check or money order payable to Think and Grow Rich to the address shown here. Of course, you have our 30-day risk-free guarantee that Think and Grow Rich will work for you. If you're not 100% satisfied for any reason whatsoever, simply return it for a prompt refund. No questions asked. You can still keep your $49.95 audio action package free. So right now, it's up to you. Call right away. I know you won't regret it. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us today. And thanks for giving us the chance to share the results of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich with you. I think you'll agree with me that this is one of the most powerful, effective systems for success in the history of our country. What it has done for so many others, I know it can do for you. This is Fran Tarkington wishing you the best of success.
Well, I think if you're anything like I am, and you're considering whether or not you want to invest in the Think and Grow Rich cassette program, the thing that changed my life really and made me a believer was the fact that I gave it a try. And I would encourage anybody to give it a try.
If the individual wants to improve themselves, I'm sure that they have bought how-to-do books, all kinds of other materials. I would tell them, forget about all those other things, buy this tape, and you will not need to invest in all of these other things that you've been investing in. This will take you on the right road and you will be successful. There's no need to look at any other things.
In the business world, every second is so important. And so many of us, we say, well, I'll think about it and I'll wait a couple of weeks, I'll wait a month, and then it never gets done. If I can leave you with 3 words that are so important, is simply do it now.